You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn connects you with experts from all over the world to help you take charge of your career, your business, and your life. Rap along with us. Visit drjacalyn.com to learn how to become a guest or a sponsor. And now, the doctor is in.
Hello and welcome to Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn, stories of hope, inspiration, and overcoming adversity. I'm your host and executive producer, Dr. Jacalyn Kerbeck. I'm coming to you live from Avalon, New Jersey, and we are currently live streaming on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Our shows then become podcasts, and you can find them on Apple, Amazon, TuneIn, Spotify, and Pandora. Our show is about something that you had to overcome, something that really knocked you down and it was difficult to get back up. I had a guest for today, but the guest isn't here. So I thought I would just share my own story with you, something that you might not know about me. If you do know me for a long time, then it might be an updated story from what you've heard before. So in 1991, I wasn't feeling well. And I was in a lot of pain and my side hurt constantly. And I just kept ignoring it. You know how when something's bothering you, but you just don't feel like addressing it. And it started getting worse. The pain was getting worse and I was bleeding. And I had to go to a doctor. So I ended up going to the University of Pennsylvania. And I was seeing the head of gastroenterology at the time. He's still considered a worldwide expert. And I remember being in his office and he was wearing his white physician's coat with his name on it. And I was sitting across from him and I was in this desk that we had in school, the same type of desk they used way back when, where there was a plastic scoop seat and then there was one arm that would come over. And I was sitting there with my hands placed on the one arm. And I remember the doctor telling me that I had ulcerative colitis and that it's an incurable and chronic disease. And as he was talking to me, I remember just tuning out. I wasn't even listening anymore because I kept thinking, I'm going to have this for the rest of my life. This is disgusting. It's known as the dreaded bathroom disease. And I couldn't imagine, as a woman who likes to take care of herself and wants to feel attractive, how I could ever feel good about myself again, how I could ever be in a relationship again. And I left the doctor's office just completely devastated and angry and thinking, why did this happen to me? Why me? Why me? Why me? And as time went on, of course, the anger, I was keeping it pressed inside. I wasn't talking to people about what was going on with me, and it started getting worse. And even though I was on medication, the doctor suggested that maybe I go for a consultation with the surgeon to talk about having some type of operation, which would ultimately have me wearing a bag, an ostomy bag, for some period of time. And of course, there's no way I was going to do that. So there was no way I was going to get surgery. There's no way I was going to talk to anyone about it. And so I just was taking the medication I was supposed to take. And fast forward to 2021, I have spent most of my life sick, most of my life running to bathrooms, most of my life running out of restaurants, running out of parties, always in chronic pain and being humiliated. I felt just so dirty and alone and humiliated. And fast forward 2018, and a good friend of mine said that he had just met the president of the Crohn's Colitis Foundation and that I really should go and meet with this person. So I remember not really wanting to leave the house and thinking that if I did leave, I was going to have to not eat for 2 days and mentally prepare myself to go out. Because whenever I would get sick, I would be sick for 6 months at a time. So I still had to work and I still had to, be a responsible adult, but I had to change everything I was doing. I had to find out, and just imagine if you were in a career, I traveled a lot for my job. I'd have to plan everything out to the last detail. I'd have to know where every bathroom was at every place that I was going to. I'd have to know how many bathrooms they have, how high was the ceiling, was there a lot of noise in there, was it were they playing music? And then as I'm driving places, are there bathrooms along the way if I'm in pain and I need to use one? So it was just constant stress and aggravation. And anyway, I decided to go and meet this person from the Crohn's Colitis Foundation. And when I got there, I was very nervous. And I said, I just want to let you know that I'm not going to eat anything. I'm not going to drink anything. And I may only be here for a couple of seconds that I might have to run out. And if I have to run, I'm not coming back. So he just looked at me and he said, I understand. He said, I'm a patient too, and so is my wife. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I met someone who understands what it's like. I have my colon, it started out, I had 5 inches of bleeding ulcers, and now today I have 16 inches. And so as soon as he said that to me, I felt all of a sudden calm. And I thought, I found someone who I can talk to and not be ashamed. And so I became good friends with him and also with his wife. And I got really involved in the Crohn's Colitis Foundation. And the reason I bring this up is, you may know me, you may not know me, but I don't think you could imagine me in a bathroom crawling around on the floor, trying to get there, trying to get rid of the pain. I don't know how to explain it. And if you do know me, you've seen me literally running, like, get out of my way. I have to get to the restroom. So being involved with the Crohn's Colitis Foundation, I met a number of people who also were suffering, not only the physical pain, but the emotional pain, the isolation. All the people who have said over the years, why don't you just take Pepto-Bismol? Why don't you try going on an organic diet? Why don't you try acupuncture? And, maybe all these things would have been things to try. But at some point, you're in so much pain and you believe that the doctor that you're seeing, who's a world-renowned expert, that he probably knows what's best for you. So getting involved with the organization, I started volunteering. And I was fundraising, and they have a number of really great events each year. And I was asked to be the honored hero at the Spin for Cures event, which is a stationary bike, a spinning bike. And I said that I would do it. So that was in November, I think, of 2018. And this was going to be the first time I was ever speaking in public about what it was that I was going through. And I got up on the stage, and I remember thinking it took so much planning just for me to get there. I had to get up at 3:00 in the morning so that I could eat, so that I could get sick, so that I could leave. And it was always that way. It was eat something now because you're going to get sick and you can't leave the house, for 3 or 4 hours. So got myself together, got up on the stage to present. I was very nervous, but I felt like I was in a safe space because I knew there were other patients there and caregivers. And I shared my story. It was about 11 minutes long. Afterwards, I went to the restroom, and there was a young woman in there, and she kept looking at me. So I walked over to speak to her, and she had been at the event. She had the t-shirt on that I knew she was at Spin for Cures. And I just started talking to her, and I said, how are you feeling? And how did you like the event? And she said, I didn't want to come. I didn't think I could make it. I told my parents that I felt too sick. And she said, when I heard you speak and I heard what you go through, I could really relate to it. And she said, you gave me a reason to keep living. So when I heard that, I thought, I need to tell my story more often. And I started volunteering to run support groups. I was running 2 support groups until COVID, and then we combined them into one. And so I have a team in the Take Steps, which is in June, and that's going to be virtual. So it's a drive-up event at Citizens Bank Park. And we also have the, as I mentioned, the Spin for Cures event. We also have the Evening of Hope Gala. So we have wonderful things that people can get involved with. And I just wanted to go back to a little bit more about my journey. So having gotten involved in the organization and being able to talk about my situation a little bit more, all of a sudden I now get facial eczema and I get scalp psoriasis. And when I say facial eczema, I mean my face is literally covered in red, scaly plaques, my neck. And at some point I felt like I was being punished or something, because why was I having to deal with all of this? And fast forward, during the pandemic, my life changed dramatically. And so my mom and I are now together forever until one of us isn't here anymore. And I started this business. I, retired from my corporate job. And now all of my ailments, my diseases, chronic, incurable, they're all in remission. Thank God. So I started thinking back to all the things that people had said to me before about try this, try that. So if you're out there and you're struggling, you're suffering, I just want to share with you that even though I didn't believe it, stress has a huge role. Not that your stress caused you or it's your fault, but when we're in stressful situations, I think that we're so used to taking our feelings and stuffing them that we don't realize the impact that it has on our health. And now that my ulcerative colitis, my facial eczema, my scalp psoriasis are all in remission, so is my high blood pressure. I was taking 2 different prescriptions for high blood pressure that I got after my father passed away. My blood pressure was 171 over 115, some ridiculous number. And so I was taking one medication, then that was increased and increased and increased. And then they had to add a second one and that was increased. And so now I don't have to take any medication, which is truly amazing. But I do take a low dose of the one just to be on the safe side, because I'm not checking my blood pressure every day as I probably should. So that way I feel just a little more protected. So to anybody out there who has something like ulcerative colitis, I just want to share with you that I do run support groups. You can sign up at drjacalyn.com. And if you ever want to talk, I love to help people. And of course, you're welcome to come on this show. That's exactly why I started this show, Stories of Hope, Inspiration, and Overcoming Adversity. This was my first show, Fridays at 5. And it was to give people a platform to come on and share your stories and realize that you're not alone. Just like I'm not alone, and just like I just told the whole world, and this will be out there on 11 platforms, and people know, oh my gosh, she has the dreaded bathroom disease. That doesn't define me as a person. That doesn't mean I'm shameful. That doesn't mean I'm dirty. It means I have a disease. And fortunately, I've been able to get the disease into remission. I also, during the pandemic, got my yoga certification and my meditation certification, so I can teach both and do. And I think that's helped me a lot. I think meditation, if you don't know what meditation is, there's plenty of apps out there that you can have guided meditations, but it's basically taking everything down, taking the stress, taking your breathing, finding a calm, safe place where you can turn off your mind. You can turn off, if you want to call it monkey brain, tape recorder, whatever it is, all of that negative self-talk that we tell ourselves all the time. I tell myself all the time how fat I am. I tell myself constantly, you're disgusting, you're fat. Am I fat? No. Would I like to be thinner? Yes. Well, then stop eating sugar. Hello. But it's just an endless tape recorder that goes on and on for me. So when you meditate, you practice yoga, then that nonsense stops. And also, I like to do a lot of positive affirmations. I have a book and I write everything down. Before I go to bed, I pray. And I'm always grateful every day for so many things. I thank God. I thank the universe. I thank the people in my life who really look out for me. And I'm just hoping that some of this is a good catalyst for you to start doing some of these behaviors. If you are stressed out, and there's plenty of reasons to be, Tell yourself that it's an absolute priority for the sake of your health to find ways to calm down, to realize that whatever your situation is right now, that it's only temporary. It's one moment in your life. And if you have your health, that is so important. And for someone who's been sick most of their life, I have been always grateful because I have so many blessings. And I'm hoping that you realize how many blessings that you have, and that there are people like me who are out here for you, helping you, giving you a place to share your story. So that being said, if anyone wants to put any comments on social media, if you want to call in, I'll put the number up to call in. It's 609-961-1699. Also, you can reach me at my website, drjacalyn.com. And there's contact us if you have anything you want to share. You can also sign up for the Crohn's and colitis support group that I run. You can sign up for guided meditation. I do guided meditations once in the morning, once at night. You can sign up for yoga. So I just thought, since my guest wasn't able to make it today, I would just share my story and hope that it helps one person. And if I've helped one person, please let me know. Please reach out to me to say that my story resonated with you and that you want to share your story, and I'll be there for you. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, whatever holidays you're celebrating. Please enjoy them. I got my second vaccination last Saturday, so I am looking forward to getting back in the world in some small way in a week or so. And I just, again, wanted to share with you that the show is still going on, even though the guests couldn't make it, let you know what's going on with me. I thank goodness that I am healthy. I thank goodness that this platform keeps growing. We are now on 11 different platforms. I'll also share with you before I leave that we have a new platform called A Better You. Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn presents A Better You. Lessons from the best coaches, consultants, and trusted advisors. Why should you care? Now I told you we are global. We're on 11 platforms. If you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you're a trusted advisor, maybe you have your own show, maybe you have your own following. Great. Why don't you take your messaging and put it across our platforms where we have a different audience? We have Business Talk Radio. And as I mentioned, all of these other shows we're streaming to, and then all of the platforms that we become podcasts on. So why not do a 15-minute presentation on A Better You? Why? Because you'll be able to promote your brand. You'll be able to be seen as an expert. I will promote you on all of my platforms. There are people out there who don't know who you are. They want to hear from you. They need your expertise. Everyone is looking to become better. We've been in a lockdown situation. We've gone through a lot of things. We want to come out and feel better, look better, be better for ourselves, be better for other people. You can come on to A Better You and you can present multiple lessons, and then we will help create a playlist for you. You can have your playlist up on A Better You University along with a quiz, and then it can be available to the public. So wherever it is that you have your messaging, wherever it is that you have your workshops, wherever you have your training, why not put it up on A Better You and have it available for the consumer to get to know who you are? How do you do that? You go to abetteryou.tv. I'm looking for here it is, for my banner. You can grow your network. You can increase your brand awareness by becoming a presenter on A Better You. Our shows are Wednesday at 4 p.m. and Thursday at 11 and 2 p.m. All of those are Eastern time. Wednesday at 4, Thursday at 11, Thursday at 2. And you will have access to my network, my network of people who are around the world. I have hand selected 25 people on my team as charter presenters. These people are the best in their field. They are experts. They are leaders. I hand chose them myself, and they have volunteered to do this project with me. Why? Because they see the value of being on my platforms and being involved with the people I'm involved with. It's all about who you know. When you come on A Better You, you have access to my network. You have access to me promoting you. What does it cost? It's $250 to present 3 lessons. Now, you might think to yourself, $250 for me to present? Well, it's your marketing budget. It's your advertisement. So you get 3 lessons. I was offering it for 1 lesson, but I think I want to get more people involved, and people are still struggling. So for 3 lessons, it's $250, and we'll put those lessons on a playlist and make it available for sale. Of course, there are other avenues that we can talk about with that as well. The last thing I want to talk about in terms of A Better You is this in-person events. Yes, in person, the 2nd or 3rd week of October in 2022, we are going to have 10,000 people. I've put it out to the universe, 10,000 people, coaches, consultants, trusted advisors, for an in-person symposium and a trade show. Just imagine going somewhere, presenting something. Maybe you're a keynote speaker. Maybe you're an entertainer and you want to entertain at this event. Maybe you're a coach or consultant, an HR executive. Maybe you're someone who supplies to all these people. You can have your own track for a breakout session. Maybe you want to be involved in food and beverage. Maybe you want to be involved as a ground transportation destination management company. We are open to working with you. So please message me. Go to drjacalyn.com if you're interested in learning more about Journey to a Better You. The last thing I want to share is we have the opportunity for you to present your own show. That's right. You can be on Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn presents Susan Jones XYZ, and you will do your own program. We'll produce it for you. You find your own guests, use our scheduling tool. All you have to do is show up and interview your guest. I will not be on the show. I'll be behind the scenes producing the show for you. What does that cost? That's $4,500. And this is the same way I started, folks. You have to pay if you want to get onto a platform, because there are hard costs that are involved, unless you have your own platform. It's $4,500. It gets you 30 minutes every week, the same day and time every week for 1 year. $4,500 for us to produce your program and you to use our scheduling tool with your clients. Find the clients, show up, do the interview. If you're interested in that, please go to drjacalyn.com. And that's all I have for you today. I'm going to play a quick clip about A Better You, and then I'll come back and say farewell for this particular program. Stay tuned. Thank you. Hello, I'm Dr. Jacalyn. Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn presents A Better You. And here to tell us more is the creator of A Better You, Al Cini. Al, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Jacalyn. It's always a pleasure working with you and everyone out there. You know, you might be a coach working with individuals professionally or personally, or you might be a consultant working with businesses, or you might be a trusted advisor specializing in an area like finance, let's say, or the law or healthcare. Whatever of those roles you relate to, you all have one thing in common, and that is you're working every day to help people become better versions of themselves, a better you. And Dr. Jacalyn's A Better You program is an opportunity for you to express your expertise in a particular area for 15 minutes in front of an audience of people who are looking for help from people like you.
Yep.
So, Dr. Jacalyn, maybe you can tell everybody how they can learn more about this.
It's so easy. You go to abetteryou.tv and you sign up to book your session. I can't wait to you go to abetteryou.tv and book your session so that we can get to know you. We can support you and your work on our 11 platforms. We also have the ability to produce high class, high quality professional commercials for you. My business partner, Alcini, is a genius. He knows how to take you, the essence of you, the what you've done, what you've accomplished, put it all together to make a sponsorship that is spot on. People love his work. I love his work. We would love to do the same for you. You can play it on our platform. You can play it on your platform, play it on your website, play it anywhere you want. If you'd like us to do a commercial for you, it's $2,500. You can go to drjacalyn.com/store. And if you think about it, if we're playing your clip, your promotion on our 11 platforms, and you're playing it on yours, $2,500 is extremely inexpensive. And we can even have use our hashtag RWDJ so that you can track how many sales, how much revenue you actually get from that sponsorship. I'm going to play an ad that we have produced for Diane Floyd-Boehm, and I want to thank Mr. Alcini for doing such an incredible job for this, and Diane is thrilled. I think you will be too. Let's take a look.
Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Story Garden. Your host, Diane Boehm. I'm so happy to have you here today.
Diane Floyd-Boehm tells wonderful stories that warm the heart, spark the imagination, and unite people and families across generations. For children, Diane's Harry the Camel connects with all of us who've ever wondered how different our lives might have been if only we'd been born something better, like a wonderful horse instead of an ordinary camel. In the end, we all learn along with Harry that there's nothing better than just being yourself. Diane's Little Girl in the Moon looks down on earthbound children and wonders if they know she's just like them. A story of love, home, and the bond between mother and daughter, its powerful theme that we're each of us different yet all of us the same plants a seed in children that promises to blossom within a loving and trusting grown-up. Diane's new biography, Rise, recounts the experiences of her grandmother, Ruby, to reveal the hidden strength of the human spirit. Ruby's story inspires all of us to become the best versions of ourselves. You'll find all of Diane's delightful books and much more at dianefloydboehm.com. Visit dianefloydboehm.com. That's dianefloydboehm.com.
Welcome back. That was a fantastic ad, and it really demonstrates all that Diane has shared in terms of being an author. Diane Floyd-Boehm is so talented in so many ways, and actually one of her books is the book cover is up for cover of the month, The Little Girl in the Moon. And you can go to my Facebook page and you can actually vote, help Diane to win first place. So go to Jacalyn Kerbeck Facebook page and look for that posting. So I'd like to summarize what I shared with you today, and then I look forward to seeing you on the variety show, which is at 6 o'clock. So I shared with you that my guest wasn't able to make it. So this is Stories of Hope, Inspiration, Overcoming Adversity. So I shared my own personal story of living with 3 autoimmune illnesses and how I'm in remission today, and the impact that stress plays on our bodies, on our minds, and why it's valuable to find a way for you to take everything down, to calm yourself down. For me, that's positive affirmations, it's prayer, it's gratitude sessions where I say out loud things that I am grateful for. It's also practicing yoga. It's practicing meditation, and it's doing something that I really feel passionate about and surrounding myself with like-minded people. I also shared with you the fact that we have this incredible platform, A Better You, lessons from the best coaches, consultants, and trusted advisors. It's your opportunity to share your greatness, your genius, your expertise with the world. Go to abetteryou.tv and book your session to present 15-minute lessons. Join our organization, be part of the team, be exposed to the tremendous talent that I have access to, the 25 charter presenters on my team, the people I interview. I'm doing 9 interviews a week. You have access to my network. I love nothing more than connecting people. It brings me joy. You can ask people who know me. I connect people all the time. I love to hear the collaborations that they're doing. Then the other thing is I told you about Journey to a Better You, this in-person event for October 2022. We are looking at destinations. We have just started looking at how we're going to put this together. I sold meetings and events for 18 years, and now I'm on the other side actually hosting a meeting with my 25 charter presenters. So it's very exciting. We hope that you'll attend the event. We hope that you'll sponsor the event. I also told you that you have the ability to use our platform, our following, for you to host your own show, and we'll produce it for you. We'll produce it on StreamYard, take you out over social media and Business Talk Radio for $4,500. Go to our website, drjacalyn.com, and one day you'll be me sitting here running all of these shows. We have 2 new shows starting next week, which I'll tell you about right before I close. And the last thing I wanted to mention to you is that I totally appreciate everyone reaching out. I'm getting hundreds of Facebook requests. I'm getting close to where I won't be able to take anymore. I hope that you're reaching out because you feel that you want to be part of what we're doing here at Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn, at Dr. Jacalyn LLC. We love to hear from you. I do understand that if you are on our public pages, I think you have to opt in to have your comments posted, because I know I go and look afterwards and there's a lot of comments, but they're not appearing here for me to read them out. So there's some kind of setting that you have to opt in that Facebook can make your comments public. So if you would look into that, really appreciate it. That being said, we have sponsorships available. We charge $250 a month if you want to sponsor one show, or $3,000 a month if you want us to play your clip on all shows. We produce commercials for you with my partner, Alcini, who, as I mentioned, is a genius in this area, as well as many others. And the commercial is $2,500. All of these things are available on my website, drjacalyn.com. We are in the process of moving to WordPress, and I think we'll be on our new site as of next week or the week after. Also, I have a new book coming out. I'm going to show you a picture of the cover. You wonder what I've been doing. Okay, I've got a new book called The Behind the Green Screen, How to Succeed in the Live Broadcasting Business. This is the how and why I left corporate America, and how you, viewer, listener, can set up your own live broadcasting program. I give you all the tips and tricks, things to stay away from. I give you checklists. I give you my professional networking goldmine, the people who helped me get to where I am. I did all of this since August. And there are people who have been mentors like Alcini, Chris Roberts, Heather Dean, Diane Floyd-Bame, Megan Sandwick, Trish Robichaud. I know I'm forgetting some people, but they're all mentioned in the book. So I give you access to the people who helped me get to where I'm going. Ben Chai. I'm also over on a Clubhouse. You can find me there on Sundays at 8 p.m. My room is Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn, A Better You. I'm trying to make everywhere I am consistent, easy to find me. Everything's Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn, A Better You. The book, Behind the Green Screen. Hopefully, we will have that available within the next 2 weeks. I want to thank you for your loyalty. Thank you for being a fan. Thank you for following me. Thank you for the Facebook requests. Thank you for everything from the bottom of my heart. It really means so much. I can't even put it into words. I'm going to go now and let you enjoy the rest of your evening. And I hope you'll come and see us. And what time is it? 6 o'clock. You can see us right here. Lori Mendelson, who is my co-host, will be joining me. It's the variety show. All we do is laugh. So come laugh with us. God bless you. Thank you for being here and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, I mean, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
Mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.